The villagers dragged her out in the rain, her hands shaking, her voice breaking, and before she could speak, they called her a murderer. Everyone believed she killed her husband, but nobody asked her what truly happened. Her name was Elena, a quiet, soft-spoken woman with warm eyes and a gentle spirit. She moved to the village after marriage, leaving behind everything she knew. Her husband, Tunde, was loved by all, calm, humble, hardworking. Whenever people saw them together, they called them the couple blessed by ancestors. But blessings can turn to curses overnight. It happened on a cold, stormy night. Tunde never came home. By morning, his body was found near the old mango tree, the one they said carried spirits. There were bruises, there was blood, and there was only one thing the villagers saw. Elena was the last person with him. They didn't wait for proof. They didn't wait for answers. Fear speaks faster than truth. They dragged her into the village square. Mothers hiding their children, men spitting at her feet, old women shaking their heads with disgust. Witch, murderer, curse. Those words cut deeper than any knife. She kept crying, "I didn't kill him. Please listen to me." But in that village, once they name you a killer, your voice becomes dust. The council declared her guilty before she even spoke. Her late husband's relatives threw ashes at her face. Her neighbors burnt her clothes in front of her hut. Her closest friend turned away, refusing even to look at her. That night, they tied her hands behind her back and pushed her out of the village like a stray animal. The rain fell on her bare feet as she walked into the darkness, broken, alone, carrying a pain no one cared to understand. Everyone thought she would die out there, but death was not what the world gave her. 5 years passed. The village forgot her, moved on, lived their lives. But one evening, when the sun was sinking and the shadows stretched long, a woman walked back into the village, her face calm, her eyes cold, her footsteps steady. It was Elena, and she whispered only one sentence: "I have returned, and I did not come alone." When Elena stepped into the village square, people froze. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. The woman they sent out to die was standing in front of them, alive. She looked nothing like the broken wife they chased away. Her eyes carried something colder, quieter, stronger. Children ran inside. Men grabbed their wives. Old women murmured prayers. Is that really her? Or her spirit? Did she come for revenge? Even Tunde's elder brother, Kule, the man who shouted the loudest that she was a witch, stepped back when she turned her eyes toward him. "I didn't come to fight," she said calmly. Her voice was steady, too steady. "But I came for the truth you refused to hear." Nobody answered. Nobody dared. Because the Elena they chased away cried, this one did not shed a single tear. She reached into the small leather bag tied around her waist. The crowd gasped. What was she bringing out? A charm? A weapon? A curse? She held up a small object wrapped in dark cloth. "This," she said slowly, "is what I found the night I almost died." Kunle whispered, What is inside it?" Elena looked around the square. Every eye was on her, every soul trembling. Then she opened her mouth. Just as she began to reveal the truth, she stopped. Her eyes shifted to the bush path behind the villagers. Footsteps, slow, heavy, approaching. The villagers turned, and someone none of them ever expected was walking toward them. The villagers held their breath. From the bush path, a tall figure walked out, his clothes torn, his skin pale, his steps weak. The villagers staggered back in fear because the man walking toward them looked exactly like Tunde. Elena didn't move. She just whispered, "I told you, I did not come alone." Kule's legs shook. "My brother died. We buried him. We saw his body." Elena opened the dark cloth in her hand. Inside was a rusted knife, the same knife the villagers claimed she used to kill him. But on the handle was a carved name, Kunle, a name he thought nobody would ever find. The crowd gasped. Elena continued, her voice quiet. You blamed me, you cursed me, you threw me into the rain, but the man who killed Tunde was the man he trusted the most. Kunle dropped to his knees, shaking. I can explain. But Tunde, or whatever remained of him, lifted his head, and the villagers saw the truth in his empty eyes. He had never been at peace. Kunle tried to run, but Tunde's shadow stretched across the ground and wrapped around him like darkness swallowing a lie. His scream echoed through the village. Then, silence. Elena turned to the villagers. You judged me without listening. You punished me without asking. This is what silence costs. And with that, she walked away. Moral lessons. Never judge a person based on rumors. Truth has a way of returning, even after years.